pretty cool to think that you have a band.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're amazing. I'm taking them on tour with me.
Sick.
Obviously, because we like made the whole record together. So
That's really cool.
yeah, I'm actually really excited, and that's crazy because I've hated touring in the past, but I'm actually excited for this.
Can you explain the relationship between you and the stage? Like, what is it?
I can try.
How do you see the stage?
I think so. I think that my last record, when I was performing it, I mean, I've always like not liked performing, and I couldn't really figure out why for a long time. I was like, oh, maybe I'm just not like made to do this stuff or whatever. And now I'm thinking back and I'm like, I was performing music that felt inauthentic. Like, I think my last record to me didn't like feel right in my soul. Like, that sounds crazy, but it just didn't feel right. And I think it's because I was trying to sound like a lot of different people. Like, I was taking references when I was making that record of what everyone thought was cool at the time, and then trying to put all of that into one album. And none of it was me. I was like taking other people and putting them in the record, and now I listen back to it and I'm like, I don't really hear me, and like I hear glimpses of me in like the songwriting, but the production, it just didn't feel like, it doesn't feel now, it doesn't feel right to me, and I don't think it did then either. And so to perform it was to go on stage and have to basically pretend that I was someone that I am not, and I think that's why it felt not good.
Is there any truth to that album being representative of who you were at the moment that you made it?
I think so. Parts of it. I mean, I listen and I can hear myself in parts of it, but the majority of it, I think I was just trying to sound like what other people thought was cool. And I was very concerned with what other people thought. And making this record, that was like the last thing on my mind. I mean, I've been making this record for 3 years, and throughout this whole process, I have really like shifted my values and like what I want as an artist. And I think that just didn't align with my last record. And I was having to play this last record up until like not that long ago. Yeah. And it was hard. It was really hard because I wasn't there. I wasn't with it anymore.
How have your values changed?
I just feel like I want different things now. I think that I thought that I wanted a lot of things, and like I wanted to like be famous, you know, like, and like have that lifestyle, not like to an extreme, but I wanted, you know, recognition from a lot of people and whatever. And now I was doing the things that I had to do to get there, and I was like, I hate this. Like, I hate it. I hate this so much. Why do I want this if I don't actually like what I'm doing? And so I think, yeah, I just realized that I want to just make art. I don't really care about anything else. I mean, if other things happen from the art, like, cool, but that's not the goal anymore. I think the goal is just to make something that's emotional and connects with people, and that makes you feel something.
Was your sole goal before to get famous from the art you were
definitely
making?
not. But I definitely was like, it was like I wanted that, or I thought I wanted that, like through the music. I mean, it was definitely, my goal has always been to make the music. But for a while there, it got a little muddy. And I was kind of like, well, I signed to RCA, and I was like, oh, like, I have to like do all these things now, and like I should release a deluxe version to 5 Seconds Flat, or I should like release Ceilings with a big feature on it now that it's like popping off and stuff like that. And then I was like, I took a step back and I was kind of like, no, like, no, I don't really want to do that. And then I kind of came down to earth and was like, okay, this is actually what I want. I had to do some soul searching. But yeah, now I feel like I'm confident in myself and this album specifically, this music. And that's all that really matters at this point.